everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Today's topic is abusive fathers have a damaging effect on their daughters. Abusive fathers have a real damaging effect on their daughters. Before we get started, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. All right, let's dive right into this letter, and then we're going to really talk about this issue. Abusive fathers, they have a really detrimental effect on their daughters, whether they are abusive toward the daughter or whether they are displaying this behavior in front of the daughter. Okay? All right, here we go. My 20-year-old daughter is in a toxic, physically and emotionally abusive relationship. It's painful to witness because I was in the same exact situation with her father. It's like watching a repeat of history. She is 8 months pregnant and hopefully in love with this abusive boy. She has let herself go. Doesn't take care of her grooming needs. I feel this guy is a narcissist. You know, that's a lot. She takes care of him and neglects herself. She is upset that I will be in the same room with her boyfriend and not speak to him. Mother, I understand. If he is abusing your daughter, you don't like that. You don't like him. You don't like him at all. But this is the man that your daughter has chosen. All right, so you're kind of in a sticky situation. She wanted me to let him ride with us to the ultrasound appointment. And I said no. He's not riding in my car. Well, where is his car? You mean this deadbeat doesn't even have a car? He can't drive himself to the ultrasound? Okay. I hear their phone conversations and he refers to her by bitch. Stupid bitch. Dumb bitch, to be exact. Wow. Your daughter has no self-esteem, no value, no self-worth, no nothing. She's really at the lowest vibration. She feel like it's okay for me to feel a way about him, but because he's the child's father and be around, I should not give him the silent treatment and stand offish. This is your daughter's opinion. It's only her opinion, mother. You know, I would feel the same way. I would not embrace him, period. Period. No matter what the daughter says, okay? She also feels her baby shouldn't be born into that. Well, she's the one bringing them into that. She's the one that is with this man, this abusive boyfriend, not a husband, a boyfriend. She chose this toxic situation to bring this baby in. Has nothing to do with you, mother. This is your daughter's decision. My response to her was, I love her and I hear you. I wish things were different. I love mine, and I would feel the same way if my own mother was treating you the way he does and talking to you like that. Your baby doesn't deserve to have her mama called bitches. That's true. You told her right, but she can't hear you. You're just talking in the wind. She can't hear a thing you're saying. She's going to think that's how men should talk to her. She already thinks that. And she probably thinks that because she saw the way her father treated you. Treated you. Did you stay with her father while he was treating you like that? Well, then your daughter could have grown up believing that's life. That's life. You see? Because she saw her own father. Her own father who teaches her what kind of man she would choose. You see, your father, little girls marry their fathers. Okay? They do. They marry men who are like their fathers, because when they meet these type of men, it feels like home. It's familiar. And even if these men are toxic, even if they are narcissistic, if you grow up with one, that's your role model. So you can't beat yourself up because you choose that type of man, because it's inherent. You see, you choose what is familiar to you. But if you're on your spiritual path, then you will notice that. You will know what your dad was, and then you will know what to look for in other men, how to avoid that. You see, if you're on your spiritual path, which helps you to attract a better quality of man. But if you haven't healed from that narcissistic abuse, you're going to attract the same sort of man over and over again. And this is with your daughter. Okay? She attracted this man because her father was just like that. Okay? She's going to think that's how men should talk to her. Well, yeah, your daughter already thinks that. That's not cool, no matter who they are. You don't deserve it. I feel like he doesn't respect you or that child and treats you exactly how he feels about you. Well, Mom, you know, in hindsight, you can see all this because you have already been through it. But could you see it when you were in it? Think about it. Did you stay with her dad when he was treating you like this? Apparently, your daughter saw enough of it to believe that this is just how men are. And plus, it seems like she grew up with very low self-esteem about herself. I don't know if she grew up in a household with her dad being there, being abusive, physically, emotionally. For a child to see that, it affects daughters in so many ways. And you say here, I don't ever want you to think that's love. Well, she grew up thinking it was love by watching you and her dad. You understand? I have no choice but to accept who he is in your life, but I get to choose how I deal with him. That's true. You don't have to deal with him at all. Okay? I need to know, am I handling this the right way? All right, let's look at it. This is your daughter, Mother. She's learned this behavior growing up, that men are abusive and women just tolerate it. Somewhere along the line, growing up with you and her dad, she got that message. So she's chosen a man just like her dad, and she plans to stick it out, you know, like maybe you did, right? This is her belief. Now, Mom, you know better because you've been through the pain and the hurt. You don't want your daughter to repeat it, but she doesn't know anything different. You didn't show her anything different. So what do you do now? Because the title of your letter was, how do you handle this situation? Love your daughter, but back off. Back off. She's a grown woman. You can't train her now, you know, telling her that she don't need to be with him. She's already pregnant. you don't need to be with him and all that, that's going to make her only cling to him tighter the more that you fight it. You see? Don't go over there where he is, and then you don't have to communicate with him. No, just don't go over there. Let her come to you, to your place, and then it'll be just you, your daughter, and the baby. You can enjoy them without any interference with him. You understand? If he's that abusive, one day, hopefully, your daughter will wake up and decide, no, this is not the life I want. But it will have to come out of your daughter. You cannot change it for her. And when the baby comes, it's the same thing. You see, you can make yourself available so the little one can spend a lot of time with you. And then the little one will have a loving, caring experience with you. And I say that, I'm telling you from experience, because I had a very unhappy childhood. You know, being raised in a home with a narcissist who was emotionally and verbally abusive. Okay? So, I chose men like my father for a while until I decided, something is wrong here. I don't want a man like my father, period. And so then I, started seeking something better for myself. But it took something inside of me to decide I wanted to live a better life. And this is the point with your daughter. You can't change it for her. A little girl's first love is her father. That's her first love. But if a father is abusive, it distorts everything. It distorts her view of the man. If her own father treats her like that, how can she expect any other man to treat her any different? You see, I had that mindset because for a long time in my mind, I felt like if my own father doesn't love me, how can I expect some strange guy who doesn't even know me to love me? You understand? That's how an abusive father can really destroy a daughter. The way that she believes her life should be lived. And it destroys how she feels about herself. She doesn't grow up feeling confident, loved, independent, and knowing what she deserves in life. She doesn't know these things because she didn't get it growing up from her dad. Okay? I hope that you understand the message today, and I really hope that it helps. Now, those of you who have questions that you would like for me to answer, my email address is in the description. And those of you who are looking for today's affirmation and movement, also the link is in the description. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you for your comments and your letters. And a very special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best. And I really hope to see you next time.